Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all? Where y'all? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Boom, boom. Ah,
Ah,
okay, this nigga right here.
wild.
Let me go
Is
ahead.
it crazy
Add you. It's about to go down. Oh, we got somebody in the house. Who's in the house? We see y'all. We see y'all. Hit us up. Let us know who's in the house with us. We got KC in the house. We got LA in the house. We got Houston in the house. We got Chicago in the house. Who we got in the house right now? Holler at us, y'all. We just going on. We about to get started in a minute. We just going on here now and sharing. Share because we always share. Share like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all share too as well. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. That boy's over there concentrating on what to say to y'all when time comes. All right. Let us know, man. Give us some thumbs up or give us show us some love or something like that so we know that y'all here. I don't see y'all in my chat. I see the
Man,
numbers going up,
we
but I
got
don't see
something
y'all
for
in
y'all
the chat.
today, man. I got a jewel for
Let me
y'all
see.
today. It was
I
so
have
much
to
stuff, y'all, I couldn't even write it down. I swear to you, usually I write it down, but I'm like, I'm gonna have to go in here and get this to y'all, man.
James Pitt likes your video. Oh, okay. I see you, Jay. JD's
You
in the
turn on the
house.
comments, man. Where the comments at?
JD, it's in there. It's in there. Hold on. I got it up. I'm just trying to hold on. Trying to get it all going here. What's up with you, man? I know you wonder like what's up with the studio. But it's all right. It's coming, baby. It's coming. It's coming. Don't
Man,
sweat
tell them
it.
we in here, man. Don't
Right?
worry
Don't
about no
sweat it.
studio, man.
Don't
Wherever
sweat it.
we is, you see the quality.
Well, we
You
do
see, you see the quality.
that part.
You see me. Huh? Use this
UBC,
quality in here.
UBC's us.
You see us, man. No matter if we in the dump truck, you better come talk to me,
Come and
man.
holler at us. Come and
You
holler at us.
understand me?
What time is it? We're gonna give y'all 2 more minutes. We're gonna give y'all a few
Need
more
two
minutes.
more minutes. And the game on today too. So
Oh,
you
who?
better get
Who?
extra. Yeah.
Is Boston? Is the Boston win? Is it Boston?
No,
And what's that?
Boston ain't win,
So it's
man.
so it's
You
Miami
know.
and so it's Miami and Denver. Is that who it is?
Mm-hmm.
No stuff. Who you for? Who you got?
I'm going for Jimmy Butler, man.
Oh yeah.
I can't even though I like Jokic, man. I gotta go for the young dog and Jimmy Butler, man. And plus I can't go for the people who beat us. Like I just realized that's just something we ain't doing. You know what I'm saying?
Who? Who beat us?
Well, you ain't a Laker fan.
I mean,
You know.
I was watching some of it, but I didn't like. I'm not big on it. Marlon's in the house. I see you, Mar.
What's up, Marley Marr?
Facebook. It's funny how y'all just had a whole conversation about something I wasn't even thinking. Oh, that had to be JD. I know, right, man? We were just talking crap, man. Just waiting on everybody to come in. Just talking stuff, dog. No biggie, man. For real, for real, for real, for real. Hey, man, Facebook changes their layout so much to the point where by the time I start going back on there to start sharing and stuff, it'd be some different shit. I don't know, but we're gonna give y'all a couple of more minutes. Then we're gonna get in the conversation. We're gonna get in the
Couple more
conversation. We got a
minutes,
lot. We got a
dog.
lot for y'all, right? Exactly. That's what's up. That's what's up. Uh, bam, bam, bam. And while we share, why don't you guys share too?
Yeah, we
So
sharing, man.
you
Y'all
know what I'm
better be
saying. So we
sharing out
know.
there too. Ain't
I know,
nobody
right?
got time for y'all not to be sharing, man.
But we got some nice topics for y'all this week, man. We got some nice topics for y'all this week. So share. join in on the conversation. You know, have a little fun with us. Have a little fun with us. Let me see. 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 What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna. I don't even know what I'm talking about. All right, man. I'm through sharing. What you got over there, dog? You through? You
I'm
through?
almost done. Hold on.
Mhm,
Hold on, OG.
mhm.
You ready to go live? Well, we already live, but you ready to start
We
the
live. I'm
show?
about to get it started. Yeah, I'm about to get it started, man.
All right. Well, get that thing
Cause we
started.
ain't waiting on y'all no longer. We ain't gonna do it. We just ain't gonna
Come
do
on.
it. All right, man. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
All our illusions will disappear, and all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We say no.
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to do it unless I had it. And remember, if they're talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason. Peace. I love y'all.
The reasons that we're here.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Y'all just hit Reasons, y'all. You know, the place where y'all can talk about what y'all need to. Give us your reasons on what we're talking about today. Hey, man, we got a lot. We got a lot going on today, man. We got quite a few conversations we're going to talk about, or topics we're going to go over today, man. But first, before we do that, you know what I'm saying? We want to give, because we wasn't here last week, man.
What's your name?
Oh, well, they know who I am. It says it at the bottom right there. No, oh, that says fired up. My bad. It's your boy Fuel in the house, man. What's up?
Fat boy in the building. You already know what type of time we over here, y'all. Watch out there now.
Hey, I was on the fast track, dog. I was trying to get it going.
You jumped in here hot.
I had it in my head.
You
I
had it in
everything
your
my
head, man.
Hey, so we wasn't here last week, you guys. So and I know you guys heard the ones of, I'm sure y'all know, I mean, unless you live under a rock, you know who Tina Turner is. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, you know, before we really get started, man, I just kind of want to give this real quick tribute to her. Bear with us, you guys, and you know, just give them, even if you give a moment of silence or anything, just kind of like bear with us, because I just want to get this little tribute right quick. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Where'd it go? Oh.
Where you at?
Oh. I thought it started. My bad.
I'm over here thinking, I thought you just sent the thing in.
My bad. Here we go.
Proud Mary. Woo. Every now and then,
Y'all remember?
we kind of like to do things nice and easy.
How that setup look? You hear me,
But
fat boy?
Yeah, I can hear you.
somehow, we never, ever seem to do nothing completely nice and easy.
What you know about that, man?
Come on, man. You know I
What you
know
know about
all
it?
about that stuff, man.
You know why?
Out there.
Right?
You know why?
You know it.
Because
Right?
we like to do it.
Hey, what?
I say
Right.
we like to do it.
Come on in here,
And
y'all.
we like to do it. Nice. And round. Now, we're going to take the beginning of this song and do it easy.
Is that enough? We got enough. In case y'all didn't know who we got here in the chat. Oh, that was me in the chat.
That was you popped in.
Right.
And then
I didn't know this was gonna take that long. It's a long intro, dog.
we're going to do the finish.
Did that repeat?
Nice.
That's a repeat, ain't it? I want to keep on going. Nick in the house. I see you, Nick. My tribute
Rest
to
in peace
Tina
to
Turner.
rest in peace to Tina
Yes.
Turner.
Yes. Crown is in the house. I see you, Crown. I tribute to Tina Turner, baby. We didn't get to do it last week, but we're doing it now. Hey. Want me to keep going? I can keep going, baby. Hey. I see the numbers going up. Y'all like y'all some Tina Turner. I see you. Let's go, y'all. This is gonna be the best tribute she got, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it came from me. Let's go. Y'all in the house. That's what's up, Nick. Yes. All right. Woo!
All right. What you done?
Yes, sir. Yes,
You got
indeed, you guys. That's hey, I had to put it out there, man.
There you go.
Had to put it out there. Had to put it out there. You know what I mean? We didn't get to do it last week. Hey, family, a great woman and icon has left us. Yes, Mom.
Yes,
That's
hey,
it.
Mama.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you guys for joining, man. I appreciate
Another
you guys,
show.
everybody that's made it. You know what I mean? Y'all keeping up. Y'all keeping up with us. Y'all keeping up with us. What we got, Fat Boy? Do you got the lineup, or do I need to do it?
You got the lineup, man.
Ah, damn it!
I know
All right,
what we're doing now.
Yeah,
right.
right.
A little bit. I got a little bit of what we do. We got a lot of stuff for y'all today, man. The most important I probably will say is the cognitive distortion.
Yes, that's going to be our main topic. Yes.
But go ahead and run the list.
We're going to touch in a little bit on Elon Musk. You know, what is his real intentions for buying Twitter? Is that what we're going over, or would you want to get on something else with him too as well?
Yeah. We're gonna talk about that, and then we're gonna talk about being we're gonna talk about the 2024 presidential candidates. We're gonna slide into that.
Right. All right, and we're actually going to also talk about ensuring your success in your relationship. Like, what steps are you taking to ensure success in your relationship? All right. Cognitive distortion is what we main is our main topic, you guys. So if you haven't looked it up and know what it is, we're going to give y'all a little insight on what it is. You know what I mean, and how you can recognize it, and hopefully even work on it. Because things I learned about it, I didn't realize I was doing, and I need to work on. So that's what we're talking about, man. So we're gonna get in first. The response for Jamie Foxx, dog. What's up with that? Because I didn't pull it up, but
you said it was fake, so I don't know what I got to say about it.
Give him a short story about it. Who, Jamie Foxx.
Well, so basically, maybe a couple weeks ago, it's been a couple weeks for sure now. That they saw there was a small clip going around of Jamie Foxx basically, saying thanking the fans for their support, but he's all right now.
Right.
And basically that's pretty much all he said, and just kind of keep going, keep giving them support, and basically saying he's all right. But he's saying that life was short. But I seen this on the news, so I don't know.
You seen the video on the news?
I seen the clip on the news. That's how I found out about it.
It was actually from the news team.
I don't know if the news team did it, but I got the clip from the news.
Really?
Like
you should have told me.
I talked about it. Where I got the story from was from the news. The news ran the clip, so I thought it was credible.
Oh, so the news ran the clip for the apology.
Yeah.
I mean, not apology, for the thank you.
For the
thanking you, thanking everyone.
Thank you
okay. Well, see, that's new. You didn't tell me that before. I didn't know that. That's why I was thinking it was. When they put it on YouTube and all that stuff.
Come on, Phil. Yeah. You know me, man. Man,
but when they put it on,
when you said it was fake, I just was about to say, because it's so crazy, right?
Right.
And we're gonna get into something else. We're gonna get into the topics, but it's so crazy that we're in a world today where it could be a possibility, man.
Yeah, that's true. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, even the news could have got a fake, video or something. You never know. Who we got?
Hey, Nick, watch out there now.
What did Nick? What'd you say, Nick? They're saying way too much in the streets. Now he's paralyzed. Here, let me put it. Okay. They said too much in the streets. Now he's paralyzed on one side due to a blood clot on brain, then stroke, etc. Well, I know they said he had a stroke.
Real or is it fake at this point?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's like they said that he had a stroke or whatever. Mom said that he had had health issues in the past.
Yeah.
Did he? I didn't know that. A lot of people probably didn't know that neither. News posted the quote off social media. That's what I was saying, Nick. I think the news, because the video just didn't seem real. It seemed something seemed off about either something seemed off or the like they said, the whole paralyzed. Maybe he was trying to look, like himself or try to be himself or whatever. You know how Martin did, try to be himself or whatever, and you can tell that they've been through something. You know what I mean? That he probably had a stroke or whatever. But the video just didn't seem authentic to me. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Do what you will.
No, for real, you're right, man. Listen, in this day and age, man, the news ain't even credible, brother.
Right. Well, let's get into on this Elon Musk, man.
Elon Musk, man.
So what is it about the intentions that you're saying as far as buying Twitter? Oh, I think I know. Because I did research. It's his intentions because he's Republican, right?
Yeah.
And I think his intention is because he started putting more Republicans, because who just had a speech last week or week before where
DeSantis.
Yes, you know what I'm saying, which has never been done before, and posted him on what was on Twitter, right?
Yeah,
doing his whole speech.
He had like a live Q event or something like that for
a live
him.
thing. Yeah, which has never been done before, and I think that is probably one of the intentions that I'm, the thing that he's got it for his own pleasurable.
to our viewers and you
Uh-huh.
as well. Does this look? Is this an agenda by Elon Musk?
Mm-hmm.
Is this an agenda to? Is this a tactic to push his conservative agenda in the open? Did he purposely buy Twitter to manipulate or to push his agenda? That's the question that I have for you, and then I have my own answer.
Well, I think he is using that. He's money is power. You know what I'm saying? So he's using that power. You know what I mean, to manipulate people. Or I don't know. I won't want to say manipulate, but convince people or talk people into just being on the Republican Party. They need a lot of help. They're gonna need a whole lot of help coming up. You know what I'm saying? So, and he also said that he was going to do it for the Democrats as well, but we ain't hearing nobody do it just yet. So we'll see. That's something to be seen later on or whatever. But I do think that he's using it, his power, what I'm saying, to do whatever he want to do. He got the money to do it. So that's what I think. What do you think?
I absolutely think he's definitely pushing his agenda. I think
What's
that
what's what's exactly is his agenda though?
I think his agenda is to still help perpetuate white supremacy and the conservative agenda. I think that when he purchased Twitter, he was aligning himself to do that already. He has the money. Now he needs a social media platform to press a conservative agenda. And then I also feel that he's using this, and the reason why I use the word manipulation, he's using the social media platform with all that data and all of these things and all of the resources that he has there to create live streams to present the American public a specific candidate. I don't
Right.
even think he should be able to do it. It should be illegal, but he's able to do it because he owns the platform. And
Right.
so he knew what he was doing. And so now it makes me think that did he purposely purchase it
That was his main thing. The main reason to
for the
purchase.
political agenda? Was it even
Yeah.
because they were not properly handling the business, like he said at Twitter? Did he purchase it solely just to take over, or was it, or was it like, or should I say, was the agenda already in hand? And I'm starting to think that that's what was the case.
Yes. And I agree with Moms too. Like she said to control the narrative of uh, how we see the political arena. It's the same as Microsoft buying AOL and then the New York Times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But but there's we can't stop that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do we do? You know what I mean? It's all about power to manipulate the public to vote in their favor. And they got the money to do it.
I think that it starts with, for one, shows like this where we inform the public on all candidates and all the people, not pushing a
That's
certain
true.
agenda and letting you decide from the facts, giving the facts
Yeah,
and letting you make your decision from
yeah.
the facts
Actually,
research
really,
that
yeah,
made
yeah,
or that they made.
yeah.
I think that also we need to start to stand up and really protect our right of just freedom of speech and just and all of those things, our First Amendment, not just that, but also our right to just have proper knowledge, and then to hold people like that accountable for tampering
Right.
or for
Yeah.
manipulating or for swaying or for
Swaying. I think
whatever.
swaying is the word.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The swaying is the word. And like you said, it shows like ours that inform people to actually do their homework and to make their decisions, and not be swayed into just because you've seen it on, in places that you normally, wouldn't see it as like Twitter, you know what I mean? And think it's just this much more important, more, You know what I mean? Without really checking and researching on the whole agenda or what their politics are, you know, and what they're actually going to stand for this country and everything, you know. So kudos to that. You definitely was on point on that. Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you, man. I kind of wanted to, like I say, bring it to the attention, man. I think that we got to be aware of this, man. And if you're a stockholder in Twitter, you know, and I'm speaking to now the world now, I think answers need to be made, because if I'm a Democrat and I own stock here, I want my voice to be heard, right, as well. So I want my candidates to be front row as also. And so now, if he's opening himself up to be able to be open to all candidates and establish or create a platform for all candidates and a live stream for all candidates throughout this presidential race, then I'll give them a break. But right now, it looks like,
but that's still to be seen. Exactly.
Agenda.
Yeah, that's seen to be seen, because I'm sure a lot of they've got a lot of flack and feedback about that. You know what I mean? Just through the House party, period. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they got a lot of slack about that. And he did mention that he was going to do it for the Democrats as well, but that's still remains to be seen. We'll see. Right?
So we'll see. We'll see.
You know what I'm saying? Mom said, yes, we can change it by shutting down how they manipulate us. This is totally disregard for our rights as citizens.
I agree.
That's the truth. We agree.
I agree.
Exactly.
But you know what? When we give up our liberties and rights and freedoms as citizens by, you know, allowing them to do things like this and allowing them to press agendas and just kind of sitting by and just saying that they rich or that we can do nothing about it, that's kind of how they're able to get away with it as well. We kind of always have to voice our opinions and say, well, I demand this. And if I don't demand it, then we ain't messing with Twitter. Right. But a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't stand up. You stand up for all these other things. We stand up for same-sex marriage. We stand up for a lot of things. We stand up for equal rights. We stand up for all of these things. But how about we also stand up for manipulation and to be misled by a particular party. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta stand up about that too, and having our, like my mom say, our rights as a citizen infringed upon.
Right. Exactly. Yes, sir. So we're going to keep following up on that too, man.
So
we keep following
and that
see what's going on, so we can let y'all know what's happening. We gonna see what's going on.
That just slides us into our 2024 presidential candidates.
Oh yeah. So,
and I brought this to y'all.
Yeah, you put up a lot of Republicans.
I pulled up a lot of Republicans, and this is kind of still. This is more recent. Okay, this is more recent. So we're gonna go with this one. So right now, I hope you know, or you should know, that the 2024 elections are coming up, and they're coming up fast as you see the years shedding out, and the candidates are coming out, right? They're announcing, and so far, I wanted to, since we talked about the manipulation of, I wanted you to watch Elon Musk as he pushes the conservative agenda because of the presidential candidates, right? And I want you to just kind of to see this. And so I'm going to start off this from an article from Reuters. It's by Ross Colvin. It's called Fact Box. Who are the candidates running the 2024 U.S. presidential election? And for the Republican Party, we have Donald Trump, 76 years old. We have Ron DeSantis. That's the guy that Elon Musk is, I guess, backing for sure.
Hold on for a second before you go to the next. Is Trump actually going to be able to run still?
Man,
That's
I
the
told
question.
y'all, listen,
Or is it still a question mark?
it's,
Because I mean that the list that you're going off of is not just this recent. It's
this
like
is
how recent
31st.
is it?
This is the
The
31st.
31st of May.
This is the 31st
Oh,
of May.
so that's
So this is
okay.
2 days ago.
Okay. Okay.
This is as close as we gonna get right now.
Right.
You know,
Okay. Keep on
come on,
going. Okay.
man.
No.
Hey,
No.
man,
No. 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 I was
hey,
just saying because
I
with
graduated
all this
cum
going on,
laude.
I'm just thinking,
My
man, I ain't talking.
my research is
What
definitely
they got to do with anything?
my research game is up there. You know,
No, I'm
I
not
could
saying
find
I'm not.
out that I was talking shit.
I wasn't questioning that. I was just questioning being that you said it. I was just kind of questioning, like, is it really that he's able to really still run? Have they? But they haven't decided on this whole court thing that he had, right? This whole thing with. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing.
I don't think that's pish posh tish tosh, brother.
Yeah,
Don't worry about that
y'all let
bullshit.
us know what y'all think. I
They
don't
ain't
know,
worried about
but
that.
go ahead.
They ain't worried about that little bullshit case.
Yeah.
So we got Ron DeSantis, Tim Scott, which is a brother. This is Republican Party. Nikki Haley, Vivek Ramaswamy. I'm sorry.
These are all names, dog. I ain't even heard.
Vivek
I don't even know.
Ramaswamy.
Swami, yeah, whatever, yeah.
Mike Pence.
Yeah.
Asher Hutchinson, Doug Burgum, and then for the Democratic Party, you got Sleepy Joe running again, Joe Biden. You got Marianne Williamson, and you got Robert F. Kennedy. You got Robert Kennedy Jr.
Who's Marianne Williamson?
Who's Robert Kennedy Jr.?
Well, we know the Kennedy name, but we don't know. I mean, we just know the name. We don't know shit about the Kennedys right now. But I mean, the young lady, who is she? Is she black, white?
White lady.
Yeah.
She's a best-selling author and a self-help guru. Has launched her second long shot bid for the White House. She ran as a Democrat in 2020 presidential primary, but dropped out of the race before any votes had been cast. She launched her latest campaign on March 23rd.
Oh, okay. Well, so that's enough to actually. That's a lot of names, but as far as the Republicans,
it's a lot of Republicans, and so
yeah,
it goes back to what I was saying about Elon Musk and the political agenda, right?
Yeah.
What if just by having that many Republican presidential candidates, and they all get a platform and of this, and it's only 3, and you already don't like Joe Biden, what you gonna do with the other 2?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just 3 so far, though. There's a lot of people that haven't,
Bernie Sanders said, "Fuck y'all."
Marlon said, "Hold on, let's see." Mom said, he's talking about Twitter, but then Marlon said,
"Yeah,
Tim Scott is black, but he's not a brother. He ain't a brother."
Man.
Oh yeah.
No, he ain't no brother.
He's not a brother. He ain't no brother. Right.
But I'm gonna check him out though.
Ain't a brother. Okay. Cool. All right, man. Well, shit, we keep a look on an eye on that as well. You know what I mean? Because it is coming up pretty quick, you guys. And just to kind of, I'm sure there's more Democrats that's going to, come out pretty soon too. But yeah, just do y'all homework on them, man. Is what I really say. That's what I got to say about it. Let's get into history and blackness. You forgot about that, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Man,
good, because you got the information.
I got a hitter today. You gonna put it up there on the screen, or
history and blackness, you guys? Yes, we got Mr. There you go. Is
you
it
ready?
Yes.
Mr. Ralph Johnson Bunche, and this is Marlon actually got me this, and I got some stuff I bet he didn't even know. So
go ahead.
So I'm gonna give you the highlights. It's on the screen, of course. He's a political scientist, a diplomat, and an actor, an athlete, a dignitarian. But phenomenal journey. He's probably one of the pivotal activists during the mid 20th century
in the political science. Yes.
in political science arena.
Yes.
He was born, and my mama gonna love this. He was born in Detroit, Michigan in 1904. He died December 9th, 1971, in New York City at the age of 67. So he was still kind of fairly young. He was older, but he was still kind of young. So now, Marlon, or all the people, one thing I bet you didn't know, that he went to school in Los Angeles. He moved to Los Angeles, I think, by way of Arkansas, Texas, and one of them, I forget. He moved to Los Angeles, and he went to high school at Jefferson. Now, anybody who's from South Central know Jefferson High School is right off the low bottoms. The low bottoms been the low bottoms since the low bottoms was the low bottoms. So I'm pretty sure he was there prior to that, but he was there in the 1920s. He went from there, transferred to UCLA. While at UCLA, he earned his bachelor's degree in political science. He graduated summa cum laude, the top of his class, and he was valedictorian of his class. He also, I think, won a championship in basketball. He played basketball, he was also on a debate team, won championship in high school, and then was on the debate team in basketball and all of that, as well as at UCLA. He between 6 years, he went back and forth between working at Howard University and earning his because he also got his master's, and then he earned his PhD from Harvard University. Okay. Now, after that, he started his political career. He goes on to be the first Black Nobel Peace Prize winner in 1950, but he's the first Black African American ever to win. He's also a pivotal piece in the reconstruction and the creating of the United Nations. And so he was, while in college, gotta pull it up because now I gotta go to my facts, y'all. There's so much stuff for him. I want to get this properly right. While in college, he was able to win not an internship, but almost like a study abroad type situation. And he was able to go study in Africa and study. And so he put for his dissertation, he was writing about, let me find it, y'all. I think it was how the French ruled versus hold on, y'all. 1 second. I'm gonna find it for y'all. Hold on, because I gotta tell you this. Hold up, 1 second.
Come on, man. You should have done the research before.
I did it.
Let's see what we said. What we got in the comments real quick. Yes, Jefferson High School has had great people who graduated.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Who graded their halls. You mean graduate? What do you mean? Who graded their halls? I'm not sure what that means. Moms.
Oh yeah. So it was the French rule in Overland and Doheny. And so he was able to, and that was between the years of 1932 and 1933. So he did that for a year. Then he started his political career. 1946, he was a UN Secretary General. The man ran General Assembly. Go check the stats. I can go on. That's why I had to bring it up. A lot of stuff I read, and I just was so much stuff. But a huge pivotal figure, not only nationally but internationally. He studied in Columbia. I mean, degrees from everywhere.
He's also marched with Martin Luther King as well.
So how would you say?
No, he also marched with Martin Luther King as well.
Of course, marched with Martin Luther King. He was right there with him. He was prior to him, he was already doing it.
Mm-hmm,
He
mm-hmm.
was already on the international scene, and so that was also what made Martin Luther King so powerful, because he had connections everywhere, man. He had
Yeah,
connections in the UN, man.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think he basically uh, was the voice for the U.S. that basically calmed a lot of the distortions that was about to happen. You know what I'm saying, in the U.S. You know, by these other countries as well. You know what I mean? So uh, that's another one, you guys. That's another one. In you
That's
got some
another
more on
one,
him?
man. So do your history, do your research on Robert, on Ralph Bunche. I just wanted to give you. I basically gave you a small outline of all of his accomplishment. I mean,
Right.
damn near everything in the UN he's done it.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So shout out to the brothers, shout out to the Bunch family. I know y'all still out there.
Yeah.
Man, that's great history, and it's another great pivotal figure for y'all. The first
Exactly.
African American Nobel Peace Prize winner.
Yes, that's another one. And we're bringing more and more each week of those in Black history. You know what I'm saying? History and Blackness is what we call it. And if you guys have someone that you know that maybe we haven't, covered, know about, then yeah, hit us up. You know what I'm saying? Email us at firedupbroadcasting at gmail.com. And, we'll look into it and share the history, with our people as well. You know what I mean? So,
Absolutely.
uh, that's that one, man. So let's get into cognitive distortion. You got to give me a
You
meaning.
gonna do that one, or you want to do the
No,
success?
you no, I'm gonna do the success. What you mean the success? You mean the
The ensure your success. You gonna do that one last?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We're doing that one last. Yes. Okay. Yeah, we're
Okay.
doing cognitive distortion. We're gonna get into that. That's our main topic, man. We gotta let people get in on this or whatever. They know we got relationship coming up too. You know what I'm saying? They know what we do. They watch us long enough. Y'all watch us, don't it? Let us know.
They
All right.
watch us all the damn time.
Uh, right. Cognitive distortion, what it is and how it impacts your mental health is what we're talking about today. As you know, we try to tap in on mental health majority of the time of our show because it's partly what it's about. Mental health, entertainment, relationships. You know what I mean? So this is cognitive distortion, which I'll let Fat Boy give you guys the meaning of it and everything, and I will give you a few pointers as to, how to recognize it and hopefully do something about it. Right? All right, Fat Boy, you
Absolutely.
got it. It's on you, man.
So the definition, so cognitive distortions are internal mental filters or biases that increase our misery, fuel our anxiety, and make us feel bad about ourselves. Our brains are continually processing lots of information to deal with. To deal with this, our brains seek shortcuts to cut down our mental burden. And I'm gonna
Hmm.
say that again. Cognitive distortions are internal mental filters or biases that increase our misery, fuel our anxiety, and make us feel bad about ourselves. Our brains are continually processing lots of information. To deal with this, our brains seek shortcuts to cut down our mental burden.
Yes,
And
yes,
so that's deep right there within the
yeah,
cell. I want to give you, because I'm gonna let Phil do his thing, but I also want to give you um shit, I had
yeah,
the
yeah.
10
Give us those.
cognitive distortions.
Yeah, just kind of name them out, and then I'll kind of go over uh, the basically the challenge and not the challenge, but kind of like the list of how to challenge it. You want me to go there first? Because
No,
you
I got you
look,
right now.
looks like you lost there today, there
I
boy.
got you. So first one is you ready?
Yeah.
The first one is emotional reasoning.
Hmm.
Second is jumping to conclusion. Um, the third one is personalization, taking everything personal. Uh,
Hmm.
the the fourth one is positive psychology. Mental health is the fifth one. The sixth one is exaggeration.
Right.
Sorry, I jump. Yeah, and then mind reading, and then hold on, y'all. Mind reading, fortune telling, blame, and magnify. It's called magnification. So I'm gonna read them
Yeah.
back for y'all. It's emotional reasoning, jumping to conclusion, personalization, positive psychology, mental health, exaggeration, mind reading, fortune telling, blame, and magnification. And then I'm gonna let him kind of give you how you can challenge it, and then I'm gonna kind of explain those 10.
All right. So basically, say for instance, the first one he was saying, emotional reasoning. Emotional reasoning lets yourself feel your emotion, but don't let it consume you. You know what I mean? Don't let it consume you. Be more mindful of your emotions without judgment. Remember, emotions change quickly. Avoid letting your emotions transform into truths. Challenge the wait a minute. Where am I at? Where am I at? Yeah, challenge the validity of what you are feeling and identify whatever it is that's based on your emotions or facts. So basically, let yourself feel emotional, but don't let it consume you. You know what I mean? Sometimes we get into a state of mind to where we get emotional or something to where it also draw us to in a depression mode. You know what I'm saying? Or draw us in this way because it just consumed us and we continue to think about it all day and every day or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And that will cause us to go into, depression, you know. So these things that we're actually giving to you now are are ways that you can avoid those things as well. Um, Sometimes people have or always feel like they're the ones that have to always be right, right. So being right is to understand that it is acceptable to be wrong sometimes. You know what I mean? So sometimes you can be wrong. It's healthy to be wrong, and just recognize that when you're wrong about something, you even feel better yourself. You don't feel pressured to be right. You know what I mean? It's a lot of pressure on your soul and your heart or whatever to always think that you got to be right about everything. And those are one of the things that you don't want to do. You don't want to always have to feel like that you're right. Nobody is perfect and gets everything right. Period. You know, you're allowed to make mistakes. Be open minded or other suggestions. Try and identify if your thoughts and facts actually opinion or opinions. So instead of being right, just kind of wonder if those are just actually opinions. Those things, that type of thing. Um, Blaming. Blaming is another form of actually cognitive distortion. When you're always blaming someone, avoid playing a victim role by trying to see the situations from the other person's perspective. Recognize the blame does not always fall on one person. Take responsibility and apologize any role you may you have played. Identify solutions and move forward the best that you can. Right. So yeah, what I'm saying. So always blaming someone. Try to quit from being the victim. You have that. Sometimes people try to be the victim of something that's happening in their lives, whatever, and blame it on someone else. I always feel like, oh, well, if it wasn't for such and such a, then I wouldn't have did this and do that. No, that's what cognitive distortion is. It's in your mindset. Is not to feel like that you have to blame someone for your actions and what you've done or whatever. Jeremiah Brooks, what's up? That's real fat boy.
What's up?
Jeremiah
What's up with you, King?
Jeremiah said that he suffered from all these things.
I think we all do.
Uh, yeah, yes, and we actually all suffer from those things or whatever because some of the things that we're basically it's even though we suffer from it, it's still understanding and recognizing it and doing something about it. Um, I have the thing where, I try to, you know, lately because I was kind of like, on this whole negative thinking or whatever to the point where, it's kind of like whatever it is that's negative, I can think of something that's positive,
Yeah.
you know? You know, every time I think of something negative, I think about what positive. You know, a friend of mine was asking me earlier, whatever, like, how do I get through or what my mindset when I go through something and I think of something negative or whatever, and how does it keep me going? How do I keep going? And I told her, I was like, hey, I think that there's other people worse off than what I am, and that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I just constantly tell myself it could be worse. You know, and when I tell myself it could be worse, I appreciate more what I have. You know what I mean? That type of thing. And I'm trying to use that as an exercise. But sometimes you have to exercise your mind from these cognitive distortions or whatever to, shy away from all the negativity. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, fat boy. I'm sorry. I
No,
was
you
just going.
good.
I
No,
was
you good. Absolutely, I agree, man. I agree. Uh, like Jeremiah said, I think that we all kind of suffer from. Jeremiah
Mhm.
says being honest helps release those burdens and stressors of life, even if it's
It's
uncomfortable. And
uncomfortable.
I think that
Yes.
that's something that
Being
I'm learning. That's a great point I learned in therapy is
yeah.
you got to kind of have those uncomfortable conversations to keep from doing the cognitive distortion, right? You got to have those
Yeah.
uncomfortable conversations and speak on kind of what you're going through, what you feel at the time, so you don't
Mhm.
overreact. You ask questions, you don't overreact, or you respond to ways, or you take accountability, you don't place blame. There's certain things that
Right.
you do that you can avoid the cognitive distortions, but a lot of it comes from not being able to, one, realize what cognitive distortions is, and then two,
Hmm.
not realizing how they impact your behavior and what you do, and the outcomes that you get from those behaviors. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And it also
Hmm.
helps build upon trauma. It helps kind of
Hmm.
hold in trauma, and eventually you implode. You implode. And so
Hmm.
I think, like you said, I think that um it kind of keeps you from kind of going in your own head, and overthinking things, because
Yeah.
we all have a tendency to do that, and be extra hard on ourselves,
Yeah.
and I think that that also creates stress. I was just kind of telling you as well. They also create stress, which then also can lead you to start to um, uh, be a victim to your cognitive distortions.
Yeah. 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 Exactly. Exactly. There's several things that you guys can look up on the site, and one of the sites that we have was actually it was cognitivedistortion.com. I believe that's what it is.
Mhm.
Uh, you can just go on there and it'll list you a whole thing because there's some things that you probably don't recognize that you're doing, and this would be a very helpful piece of information to kind of get you on a different mindset, try to get you on a different positive track, get you on a positive, more positive track or whatever into life, because you know we're in a time right now, you guys, where uh, things is rough. I mean, really, really rough. We've gotten through this pandemic, and it's almost like unless you had a bankroll or something like that, put away or something like that or whatever, a lot of people had to start over. People had to have a different perspective on life or whatever, and so uh, understanding what cognitive distortion is helps us, get through those, this situation,
Mhm.
because our mind with the pandemic, our mind has been in this negative state of mind or whatever, to where we feel like there's no way out, or there's just sadness or negativity, negative things going on or
Mhm.
whatever, as opposed to recognizing the good things
The
that we
good and
have,
everything. I think you
and,
made it.
and start training our minds to that, of goodness or whatever. Because I mean, and it's not easy. It is not easy for us. You know what I'm saying? Because uh I've been through it. I'm sure Fat Boy's been through it. People around her has been through it, and even those that's basically did have money or whatever still went through something. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was things with their families or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because money ain't everything. You know what I'm saying? So and we realized that when the pandemic was going on, you know what I'm saying, that it ain't everything, because family, people's mental health, all of that stuff means a lot, these days for us. You know what I mean? And you have to be in a great mental state and understand and recognize those things or whatever in order to move and push forward. And that's what we're here for, to try to help in that perspective when it comes to mental health.
Absolutely.
Let's see, being honest helps release, even if it's uncomfortable. And then our crown said that Jeremiah Brooks, that is very true. Yes, 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 yes. What else you got? You got anything else, Fat Boy, on that one?
No, man, that was good. But like I say, I think that it's important that we recognize things like this, right? And we start to open up the conversation about even what cognitive distortion is. My therapist brought it to my attention. I brought it to yours, and you brought some more things to the table, which opened up the conversation. I think that
Exactly.
even with Jeremiah kind of sharing his personal insights, and then Carletta jumping in, and it kind of opens
Yeah.
up this conversation of these things that we go through to protect our mental health, or these
Yeah.
things that we go through that affects our mental health, and the things that we can do to protect our mental health. And so
Yeah.
that it's very important that we learn things like cognitive distortions and what they are
Yeah.
and the different types of them. We learn about therapy. We learn about how to master our emotions and react a certain way. Accountability is good that we have shows like this, or or segments like this, to where we're able to kind of talk about the
Exactly.
idiosyncrasies of what people go through and the challenges that people face during mental health. Because in a time, like you said, where people have to start over, and with the pandemic, and just with inflation and mortgages high, all of these things people are going through, it's hard to
Yeah.
be down on yourself. It's hard to get caught in a rut. It's hard to
Yeah.
conclude. I mean, it's easy to jump to conclusions. It's easy to do all of those things in cognitive distortion, when
Yeah.
you're not focused and aware that those things are even an issue,
Yeah.
and especially when you ignore them.
Right. I want to also tell Jeremiah, man, that you know go on and look for how to challenge cognitive distortion, because that's kind of like what I was just kind of laying out to you. And when that you said that you've gotten all of that and getting all of that, man, grab a few of those and just start practicing it. You know what I'm saying? To the point where you practice your mind in a way that you're really not practicing it. It's just going to be a natural thing. You know what I mean? And it's going to be a positive. You're going to be more on a positive role, or going a positive route, as opposed to constantly thinking about the negative things. And I'm telling Jeremiah this, as but I'm also telling this to myself as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because like I said, and having a business, especially an entrepreneur, black owned business or whatever, is not the easiest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Easiest
Definitely.
things. You get the door shut on you. You get people hating on you. You get people that don't want to see you succeed. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes, if you sit around long enough, you can drown yourself in that negativity or whatever of others, to the point where you just never know. You get go right into depression mode. You know what I mean? So this is also therapy for me as well. And I appreciate Fat Boy bringing it up or whatever, because I didn't really recognize cognitive distortion until he had brought it up and I started learning. So his therapy is also my therapist
No,
too,
for
because
real.
he's teaching
No,
me,
for
you know what I'm
real.
saying? And then we're y'all therapists, because we're
Yeah.
teaching
We
y'all,
teaching
you know what
y'all.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and y'all need to continue watching us on things like this and start sharing or whatever, because you just never know who your friends and your family or someone like that could be going through, because we don't talk to them enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I mean, that's all I'm gonna say on this right now, whatever, because I know we got more stuff to talk about, man. But I just wanted to get that part in.
Let's go to
We
this
got
last
let me
comment
get
by
real,
Carletta.
yeah. Let me get. Go ahead. Go ahead.
These conversations are great because everyone keeps a lot of themselves thinking no one else is suffering, but in actuality, or actually, we're all feeling the
All
same.
feeling the same.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
Mom agrees.
yeah. You
Absolutely.
got so much of a point on that because I do. Sometimes I do feel like, oh, this is just me going through this shit. You know what I'm saying? This is just me got a business and it ain't going the way I exactly want to go. Ducks in a row and stuff like. It's just me. But it's not true. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that you because Crown, she has her own business as well. So she understanding, I know that she gets it, Nick, you know what I'm saying? She gets it, so we know people that do understand. We know that we're not going through it, but sometimes we do get in that state of mind that we're the only ones going through it. So I appreciate that comment, Crown, for that. Most definitely. Mom said real quick, absolutely, Crown. Oh, okay. Printing. Yes. That's what's up. Yep. All right, man. Well, let's get into my favorite. I like talking about relationships because I don't know why. I just love it. I'm like you, boy. Would you say my favorite part of the show?
No, for real. My favorite part of the show, man.
Right. And what we got going on today, you guys, we're talking about ensuring success in your relationship and what steps you're taking. Ensuring success in your relationship and what steps are you taking? Fat boy, take it away.
Man, y'all know me, man. No, great topic. What are you guys doing? I know that would be. I think the key thing I've been doing and trying to do is take more personal accountability. Of course, I've been doing the therapy, been trying to be more patient. I think the key thing that I'm learning too now is I think we just learning in the cognitive distortion, just not to stop kind of trying to jump to conclusions and stop trying to take things personal. Very easier said than done. It's a lot harder. And then also being an active listener. I've been trying, y'all. It's not always easy because we get triggered, and sometimes when you get triggered, that's when those tools from therapy come into work so you can kind of navigate yourself through that and then also express, will say, hey, these things triggered me. But I think the most important thing to ensure the success in your relationship is communication, y'all. I think what I'm learning the most of is my biggest issues, or the things that I go through in my relationship, are the things that I avoided to talk about in the past. Right.
Right.
And I think that when you avoid to talk about things, and this is just kind of something that I learned today and just learning, that later on, you, as my lady says all the time, you kind of give people the room to assume. And then when you give people the room to assume, you can't kind of be upset at what the conclusion that they come to. Even if it's triggering you or bothering you or whatever, you kind of left the room to assume. And so that's kind of what me and my therapist we deal with, is kind of still trying to, like Jeremiah said, is have those uncomfortable conversations. Those I think are the hardest. And she dropped a jewel today. She said that they're uncomfortable because you're not having them enough.
Oh,
and it's just a bar. Just a bar.
Yes.
So
yes.
And because you're not having them enough.
Yes,
So
that makes sense.
It makes it sense, right? That anything you're not comfortable with is just because you haven't done it that many times. And there's there's a reason.
That's how I am with sex. I haven't done it enough, so I'm not comfortable with
Oh
it.
man, come on, man. This man wilding out, man. Hey man.
I'm just
Get somebody over there to fuel, man.
I'm just kidding.
Get somebody over there.
Hey, but I ain't come here. I ain't having much sex lately. But anyway, that's another thing. That's a whole other. But ensure success. Hold on, let me quit. Anyway, ensure success. Ensure success in your relationship. Back in, I know, right? But I mean, but being that we brought this conversation up, for me, I think, I've been thinking more of how I would ensure my success. You know what I'm saying? Like what steps that I would take in the next relationship that I'm in. And those steps is one is never bring the past into your future.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of
It's a
like
good step.
whatever happened. I want to be able to discuss my past. You know what I'm saying? But not bring it into my future or my present relationship. You know what I mean? Because that can destroy it. That can destroy it because now it's kind of like mentally your mind is not with the person that you're with. Your mind is really somewhere else and you're not looking forward to be with the person that you're with. It's good to talk about it every now and then or whatever. It's good to understand someone's history and what they've been through. You know what I mean? So because I'm the type that I don't want to make the same mistake that person made with you. You know what I mean? So it's good to understand and discuss it or whatever, but just action wise and physically wise, you don't want to bring that, you know, the negative stuff into what you have present. That's how I feel about that. That's what I'm gonna do. At least that's where that's what I got from ensuring success in the next relationship that I have. uh Crown said, but this is so true, fat boy. I'm always accused of telling too much, but I never want to leave room for my person to assume anything. I like clear understanding.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes, huge.
you know.
It's very important.
But just like what was it that you said earlier though? Because you don't talk about it
Yeah, she
enough or
said
something like that or whatever.
they're uncomfortable conversations because you're not having them enough.
Enough. Yeah, yeah. You know. Um, the crown. I mean, that is true. I mean, it's kind of like continue to do that because that's how you're gonna know that person is there for you. You know what I mean? Is to be open and try not to. Well, people gonna assume the way they're gonna assume anyway. You know what I mean? People gonna think of what they want to think after you tell them how whatever much that you want to tell them about yourself. But it's the actions after that basically that you're looking for. Once you tell someone your history, once you tell someone what you wanting and what you need in your future, what actions are they taking in order to ensure that happens for you?
I feel for
Because if no action is being taken, then there really is no future.
no, yeah, I feel for a man it should be 5 things. It should
Mm-hmm.
be financially, emotionally,
Mm-hmm.
spiritually.
Mm-hmm. Spiritually, most definitely on top. I think.
I think you hit it on the nail. Getting rid of leaving the way baggage
Mm-hmm.
and establishing your purpose. I think those 5 things, if a man does those, I think
Mm.
that'll definitely ensure some success in a relationship.
Give me an example for exact establishing your purpose.
Having a goal, having a dream, knowing what you want to do yourself. Hey, I want to do media. Having a purpose, that's your purpose, right? And fighting and working towards that. I think that understanding the focus and understanding a man with good focus. I know for me, since I got a little focus, I locked down a little bit, I locked in. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just speaking from experience. Since I got a little
Mm-hmm.
purpose and started to focus on my goals and created a goal for myself, a real goal for myself, I start to see things manifest themselves.
Now, when it comes to relationships, so how does that how are they involved with your goals? Are there involvement, or is this just something for yourself, and you don't have her included in those goals, or do you have them included in your goals? And if you do, in what way? Do you follow all that?
Say it again.
We'll
Talk
we'll,
to
we'll
me.
get that comment later in a minute.
Talk to me. Say
We'll get
that
that
one more
comment.
time.
How are you including your significant other in your goals?
I'm continuing to
Or
communicate.
are those close? No, I
Yeah.
mean, are those goals just for yourself? You know what I'm saying? And if so, like, how are the out? What's the communication to the point where it's just for you and not?
Well, that's a great question. I think when establishing your purpose and working towards being a better man, that is for the relationship. But a key to it is I'm trying to be more open and communicate more. Just the journey and where we're going. And so I'm constantly talking about, okay, I'm doing the real estate. I'm constantly talking about, hey, babe, I'm thinking about doing insurance, to just kind of keeping her along, letting her know that I have these goals. And like I say, with me achieving those goals, then she's able to reap the benefits. But to answer your question, I'm learning to communicate more.
Yeah. I think with me, I think one of the things that one word I never used to use is we. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's my goal, but we're going this route. You know what I'm saying? And if she's agreement on what route that we're going, and it's on, so my narrative is always going to be about us. It's about we. You know what I'm saying? Because when if I just say that, Friday broadcast and I'm going whatever, and whoever's with me or whatever is just with me, but they're not really part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that don't sit right with me, because if that's my partner, that's my girl or whatever, then she's got to come along on the ride with me in some form of way. You know what I'm saying? In some kind of way or whatever. So she's included on it. So anytime I say something about the future of Friday broadcasting, it's we.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like what we got to change our narratives as too. It's like, it's not just my goal, because if I'm with this person, it has to be our goal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It has to be. Let's go here with you always have to make sure it's someone that feels comfortable talking to. If you don't feel you can openly talk, then it's probably not the right person for you. Exactly, Crown. Yes, you definitely got to make sure it's the right person. Someone that you feel comfortable talking to. And that's when, especially in a relationship, that person you're talking to is like your friend. It's more so like your best friend, or like you said, someone that that you can actually open up to.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
And mostly the only people we can really open up to is someone that's our friend, as well as been in a relationship. You know what I mean? That type of thing or whatever. I've had relationships where that person was more so my best friend, to the point where even if it didn't work out with us, we still friends, and I could talk to her about everything. I could be comfortable to talk to her about anything if I want to. But if I'm in a new relationship with someone else, that person has to be that person. You know what I mean? We got to be that close. I've got to feel comfortable. I met a young lady or whatever, to the point where, you meet somebody and you can just like be you and be your, you know what I'm saying? And not even think about like, oh, I got to impress her. I got to do this. I got to do that. And you know what I'm saying? All the, mumble jumble people do with the first dates or stuff like that or whatever. But I could just be me, and she's feeling me. That's the greatest fucking feeling in the world. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that you don't want to lose as a relationship or a friendship. You know what I mean? That type of thing. So yeah. So that's most definitely true, Crown. That's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, I've been talking a lot today. I don't know.
Oh, you do your thing though. Do your thing though. For real.
I've been on one today, dog. Good to. But yeah. So is that it, man?
That's pretty much it, man. That was it.
That's it, too, guys.
Good show.
Yeah, we trying to get better with the time. We get almost down to an hour, but we got an hour, what, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Not bad.
You know what I'm saying? Continue to share, you guys. Even after this or whatever, although this is live, y'all can share it or whatever, and let other people see what we talked about. And then also even what you commented on or whatever, and maybe they'll still comment back from it, from it. So continue to do that as well. But if you guys got any topic that you want us to talk about, anything that dear brothers, dear sisters, we still get those or whatever. So if you guys got anything for that or whatever, hit us up at firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com. That's firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com, man. We appreciate you guys and continue to support us as y'all have. What you got, Fat Boy?
Man, like he said, man, I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all always. It's a blessing. But make sure y'all tap in, subscribe at Fired Up Broadcasting. Make sure y'all seeing y'all dear brothers and dear sisters to Fired Up Broadcasting at gmail.com. Tyler, dear brother, dear sister. Make sure it could be video or audio. Just make sure it's no longer than a minute. Man, make sure y'all tap in with us every week. It's an honor, it's a blessing to be here to do this with y'all. Great content, of course, fuel today. Great job.
Thank you, brother.
Great feedback. Thank you, Carletta. We appreciate you. Definitely start sharing and make sure you tell your friends to share. What I think is every time you share it, tell them to share it with 10 people. It ain't gonna hurt them. Tell us share with 10 people. They won't be upset. It definitely it's gonna be beneficial. We always drop, we talk shit, we clown, we give you hot topics, but we always drop a jewel or two in here for sure.
And then it's just like the thing is also like when you just put in the comments or whatever, share this. You know what I'm saying? When you when you share it and then put in the comments, to share, just say share this or whatever. That's how we get the ball rolling, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? That's all we got to do. It's nothing hard. You know what I'm saying? Because although we do love, our audience and we answered, a lot of comments and stuff like that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Don't be selfish, y'all, just because y'all just want us to talk to y'all.
Oh, for real. Share us.
Show some love so we can show some more love. All right. We know who you are. We ain't gonna. Hey. We never forget our day one, straight up.
See it?
You know what I'm saying?
You know it?
Yes,
Y'all
we
know
never
it.
see us. Great show. I definitely shared. Glad I caught it. That's what's up, Carletta. Appreciate it. All right, man. That sounds like that's going to do it for us today, dog. You good?
I'm good, man.
That's what's up, man. Well, remember,
if they talking about you,
behind your back,
they behind
you for a reason.
Peace.
All our illusions will disapparate, and all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We know.
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to do it unless I had it. And remember, if they're talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason. Hey.